Yummy. So, the whole process, moving from freeze to freedom, I'll just very quickly define it. So, freeze is that state of feeling constricted and tense and having that inertia and feeling like things are just not working out and we're just overwhelmed by the world. And then expanding into a bigger state of freedom, where actually I have more slides on this. So, that'll be a bit easier. Let's see. Yeah, so that state of freeze where we're numbed out, it's that state of shutdown, inner collapse, calcification, and that void that can be quite disconnecting, disempowering, feeling that disconnection from the mind and body and feelings, low energy, depressed, zoned out, whatever spectrum it's showing up for us. And then on the other side of it, we have freedom, which is expansion, expression, liberation, and feeling bliss and pleasure and just joy of life. And it's a very creative state. It has limited potential and opportunities, and it's just a little bit easier to deal with those challenges that life is presenting for us. So in that state of freedom, we are embodied, and we go from we, or rather from me to we, where it's all about me and my problems, and to actually how can I help, how can I serve, how can I actually change the situation that is um, happening in the moment. And um, it doesn't have to be these words, like it doesn't have to be freeze to freedom. It can be constriction to spaciousness, fear to courage, withdrawal to engagement, regret to acceptance. So whatever is working for us um, in this moment is also very welcome. It's really about embracing that full spectrum that we are, of the human being, in order to live a more thriving life. So I'm very excited to share these tools with you and what has worked for me. And this is really where this freeze to freedom practice comes from. So we will begin really slowly and actually meet the body where it is at, instead of pushing it to go somewhere that it doesn't want to go. So we begin with stopping, with breath, with awareness. We invite movement very slowly, beginning with the fingertips. Then we go into this welcoming space where we might invite a little bit more tapping, a little bit more energy to move through the body. Perhaps we'll be sighing, making some sounds, energizing the body, and then moving into a more expanded state. So awakening that inner fire. We will be doing a little bit of Kundalini yoga. So becoming a little bit more energized, a little bit more breath work, some shaking, some free movement. And as always, you remain the highest authority in this experience. So whatever feels good for you, whatever degree you want to take my invitations, um, and first and foremost, really honoring that pacing that the body wants to go. Sometimes we might feel like giving it a try to try something outside of our comfort zone, but sometimes it might just feel like too much. So honor yourself where you are at in this moment. That's the biggest piece. And even when we're moving through the free movement practice or dancing or shaking, like, go at your own speed. And even if the music picks up, if you want to go slower, go slow. And then when we've built up that energy, we're actually able then to fuel our own dreams with it, to fuel our own intentions, our own um yeah, things that we want to bring more into our lives. In that state of freeze and in that state of collapse, we often nourish the seeds of things in our lives that we might not want to. It's we have a really beautiful example here around me of these beautiful tomatoes that have just been growing for the last months. And it always baffles me how long things actually take to grow. Like months of attention, months of watering, months of, the right temperature and the right environment. So that state of freeze is really the wrong environment for us to thrive, because things don't want to move, their energy wants to move. And when it's frozen, when it's constricted, there's very little place for it to go. So it's a very natural place for us to be, in that state of openness and that state of expansion, even though it might take us some time to get there. So the freeze to freedom practice is really about building a bridge and building our own map of how we get to that state of openness, so that when shit hits the fan, we are able to track our way back, to find our way back. And sometimes we might be, in a practice, we might just be in a state of beingness and in a state of awareness, and that will be the whole practice. Like we might not even go through that full process of welcoming and expansion and openness, and that's okay. Like meeting ourselves where we are at. So that's a little bit of talking and presenting, but we'll go into the practice now. And then I will have some time for sharing and some time for questions and some time for insights. So yeah, that sounds good for everyone. Let's get going. And I'll first test my audio slash voice, so you can let me know in a moment how that's sounding. Advanced computer sound. Okay, first of all, how's the volume of the music? Cool? And then how's my voice to the music? Cool? Can anything be louder? Do you want anything to be louder? Music or voice? Or it's cool? Great. Okay. We've got options here. Right. So so finding our breath and finding ourselves exactly where we are in this moment, closing down our eyes, taking a deep breath into the heart space, feeling our internal system just as we are, without trying to change, without trying to push, without trying to fix anything, without story rising anything, just feeling, just noticing sensations, tones, and emotions like clouds floating through the sky. Feeling our own sit bones on the ground, around the floor, wherever we might be. Feel free to either be sitting or laying down for this practice. Sometimes we might come to these practices when we're lying faces down on the floor. All is welcome here. Wherever you are, be comfy. If you're sitting on the ground, perhaps using a pillow. If your knees are sore, if your back is sore, use a chair or a bed. Bed is really good if you want some extra bounce. Feeling your sits bones on whatever surface you're touching. Straightening and elongating your spine. Feeling the crown of your head reaching for that sky. And your tailbone, your spine reaching deep into the ground. Growing roots down from your spine and down from your legs. Deep into the earth, letting her hold you through this practice. Feeling that root system drawing nourishment from that base of your spine up and through your spine all the way into your body. Surrendering a little bit more into that space. Just noticing where you're at in the body. Giving yourself a number from 0 to 10, 0 being absolutely fully relaxed. And 10, feeling really agitated or frozen or nervous or anxious, feeling quite overwhelmed. And noticing also that there's no shame in these numbers, we're just using them to identify how our inner thermostat might be going on in this moment, so that we may better navigate and give ourselves nourishment to come out of these states, or to come into greater thriving. Feeling our breath come in through our nose, down the back of our throat, and expanding our lungs, our ribs. Now as you exhale, letting something go with a gentle sigh. Inhale, we'll do that 3 more times. In deeply through the nose. Inhale fully, exhale. On your next inhale, hold the breath at the top. Hold for a little bit. And exhale, letting go. Feeling your feet now. And imagining with your mind, with every breath as you inhale, like you're opening a fisted hand. So you might even clench your feet and then let go on the exhale. Feeling your feet open and relax, so that we are no longer holding tension. Moving on into our palms, into our hands. Inhaling into our palms and letting go. Guiding our breath into our belly. Letting our belly soften and relax. Inviting softness and awareness into our breath and our body. Inhaling into our chest. Inhaling into our face. We might even give it a little scrunch. And then letting go on the exhale. Relaxing, relaxing. Giving our slight stretch to our neck. Getting to circle around. Slowly, slowly, slowly inviting movement. Up and down to the sides. Remembering our breath in every stage of this practice. Whether it's a good or bad feeling, quote unquote, our breath can help us expand into that. Expanding now into relaxation and openness, into safety. Feeling our ourselves held in this practice by whatever you want to be held by. So if it's ancestors, if it's nature, if it's God, if it's source, if it's the stars, if it's the sun. Calling forth that sense of something otherworldly, that sense of something powerful, that sense of something divine that can hold us, that magical, that can support us in this practice no matter what is happening. And that can attune to us no matter what we are feeling. And just before we go any further, just spending a few moments with our own breath, staying very present to each inhale and to each exhale, almost following it inside on every breath, lingering a little bit on every exhale at the very end. And before we take that breath, really delighting in that inhale as it's fully coming into us. Hearing it as if the waves of an ocean. Flowing through our body no matter what is happening.
Here and now, before earth and sky, we stand. We feel the blessing of your infinite love in our bones, in our blood, in our breath, in our hearts. We open our eyes to see beyond what we have seen before. We open our ears to hear what we could not hear before. Beyond limitation, beyond the beyond. We feel a new story emerging from ourselves and rippling out into our lucid bodies as waves of love remind us of who we really are. Dissolve us into what we have always meant to be. And the layers between us and who we are meant to be fade away. And suddenly we realize we are all that we dream we could be. To see without eyes, to walk without feet, and to fly without wings. This is my prayer for you.
So from that place of breath, using that as your anchor through the whole practice, inviting now this breath into your fingers, slowly, gently beginning to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Inviting movement into that very small portion of your body and being present fully to it. Awakening awareness, awakening feeling. Guiding our breath now into the palm of our hand. rocking from side to side, beginning. Swaying and moving, tapping that intention of hello body. Nice to be with you. Go on this adventure of feeling again. Beginning to gently tap our body. Might begin at our collarbones, our neck, whatever is comfortable. Beginning to just gently tap somewhere so that we might bring more energy into this system. Tapping our face. Our face has a lot of circulation. There's a lot of lymph nodes that are not being used. Tapping our head, the back of our neck, top of our head. There's so many places of the body that can have healing, and we might actually forget about them sometimes. This is our opportunity to say hello again, remembering our shoulders, our bones, our heart space. Back of our neck, our ribs, front and back, tapping our belly, our liver, our kidneys, our stomach, giving ourselves a gentle little press, saying hello, hello, hello. I have a body, I have feeling. Perhaps using this time to say thank you. Thank you for all the functions in our bodies that are working so perfectly on their own. Tapping our legs, our thighs, our arms, our armpits, this fantastic center of the lymphatic system. Down the side of our body, all those places that usually get neglected. If you want to stay sitting, that's okay. If you want to stand, that's okay. Tapping our legs, the backs of our legs, all the way down to our feet, giving them a little squeeze, a little massage. Low feet, thank you for holding me up and upholding me. Thank you for being my most precious connection to Earth as I root down into the Earth's nervous system. Giving yourself a little squeeze. Giving yourself a little hug as well. Wrapping your shoulders around you. Saying, I've got you. No matter what is happening, no matter what will happen, I've got you. I'm present. Breathing into your own arms, into your own holding space. Feel yourself firmly in this moment of I've got you. Breathing fully into that tension that you're creating, into that space between breaths, into that pressure of your hands on your own body. Feeling I've got you. What would it feel like to let that fully in, to let that fully sink into the very cells of your body? I've got you. Beginning to rub your chest space with a little bit more intention and a little bit more vigor, opening your heart, rubbing your neck and your lymph nodes, rubbing your shoulders, giving them a bit of a squeeze, bringing a little bit more energy into the body, beginning to gently increase that volume of movement, rubbing our solar plexus, so that place around the belly, between the diaphragm and the belly button. If there's any tension or if there's any pain, just going a little bit more gently. Rubbing our womb space, our bellies, our sacral chakra. Whew. Making a little bit of a louder sigh if you're willing. If not, if you're in a place that you don't want to make too many sounds, you can also exhale more aggressively, so letting your tongue come out. This is the lion's breath, and it helps to awaken our body, our energy system, and also express. So it's not always about making loud and big sounds, as fun as that may be. We can also do that with our breath. So taking deeper and stronger breaths now. Continuing to tap or move or rub your body in whatever way it wants to or is calling for your attention, especially if you've got some pain. So it could be your lower back. Letting the jaw. Deep inhales in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. We're just going to take 30 breaths just like that. So continue holding yourself or tapping your body, but breathing deep in through the nose and out through the mouth at your own pace. I'll keep count so you don't have to. Sinking more deeply into that rhythm of your own breath. Rocking from side to side or swaying, moving your hips. Slowly inviting movement, working with your head, your hands. If you feel like your energy is rising too fast and you don't like it, just slow it way, way down. Breathe slower. Go at your own pace. And before we go any further, just stopping fully, placing your hands firmly on your body in stillness, returning to your own breath into the natural rhythm, and feeling if anything has shifted in the stillness. In the few moments and in the few breaths that we have already began to noticing a big feeling or a big sensation that is calling for our attention in this moment, and just being with that. Before we begin any movement practice that is more, that is bigger, making sure that we're not overriding anything in our body that is calling for slowness, for stillness, for softness. So picking our own area. It could be tightness in our chest, a beating heart. It could be our breath as a sensation. It could be our hearing. And just being with that for a moment in stillness. If your mind wanders, come back to the sensations in your body. Come back, come back, come back. Letting the thoughts float by and coming back to that center within, our most precious resource. Feeling your breath perhaps a little bit firmer, fuller. Feeling more the warmth of our own hands, the stability of the ground beneath us. I am here and now. And repeating in your mind, I am worthy of love just as I am. There is nothing that has to change about me. I am worthy of love just as I am. There is nothing that has to change about me. I am worthy of love just as I am. There's nothing that has to change about me. Feeling into your heart space now, into that big, beautiful heart of yours that has been beating alongside of you for so many years, that has been pumping your blood and your energy for all of these years. Wow, what a miracle. Feeling that big, beautiful heart just as it is in this moment. Stretching now our arms over our head, stretching up towards the sky as if we're waking up our body. Hello, hello, stretching to one side, back to center, and over to the other side. Doing that a few more times at our own pace, stretching as if you're saying good morning. Hello. Feeling all our happy little organs in our body, giving them a little stretch, a little squeeze. Dropping our arms down into cactus pose, into that 90-degree angle where our chest is open, and we feel that expansion of our chest. We feel that openness, and open to the world around you, perhaps twisting from left to right. Affirming to yourself, I am safe to live this life with an open heart. Raising your hands up to the sky again and coming back into that 90-degree angle. Feeling that expansion, giving your body a movement of openness and heartedness. Inhaling up, feeling that energy expand and bringing it down to your heart space. I am safe to live with an open heart. I am safe to live with an open heart. Take now your hand in this position. So you're placing your two fingers. Your thumb is out. Your fingers are on the base of your pillow. Put this one down and this one up. So the last two are up. Yes. So this is, and we're going to be putting this on our nose. So the thumb goes on the nose, the ring finger goes on the other nostril. So this is called Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing. So I'll keep count for us. This is really good for balancing. So it balances our left and right hemispheres. So I'll guide you through it so you don't have to keep count. So fully take a deep inhale and we take a cleansing exhale. We'll do that once more. And as you exhale, placing your thumb over your right nostril. We're going to inhale through the left nostril for a count of 4, 3, 4. Put both fingers on your nose and hold for 4. And exhale through the right nostril. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, left. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, right. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, right. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale, left. 2, 3, 4. Letting your hands drop and returning to a normal breath. Beginning to shake your body a little bit, shimmying your shoulders. Taking your hands, bringing more energy into the body. Making a sound if you feel like it. If not, remembering that lion's breath. Perhaps if you feel like it, coming up to your feet for a moment. Beginning to shake. Standing, stomping your feet on the ground. Feeling the weight. Keeping your knees bent, bouncing. And we're gonna bounce here for a little moment. Keep breathing. Keep exhaling. Keep bouncing. Shaking your arms. Imagining that with every shake, you could actually shake out anything in your body that you don't want there. Setting that intention. Shaking as if your life depended on it. Wiggling, moving around, perhaps shaking to the ground, dropping your head, finding ways to shake that are new and creative, remembering that breath. A wide stance in order to protect your knees. Take deeper, longer, stronger breaths. Inviting the whole body to movement. Just a few more moments, almost there. Amazing job. Coming back. And then taking that energy that you're beginning to circle your hips. Whether you're standing. Taking inhales now in through the mouth and exhaling through the mouth. Making sure that your jaw is loose and slow. So keep going like this for a few moments. So do it at your own pace. whatever feels best for you. You may wish to roll your spine forward as you're taking the inhale, and hunch backwards as you're exhaling. Helping the spinal fluid to move. This is our energy center, our connection to our brain. So bring a little bit more life force into that space now. Increasing the speed of your breath for a moment. So now on the last inhale, taking a deep inhale, holding for a moment, holding, squeezing your internal body, squeezing your belly. Whenever you can't hold anymore, just let go. Shake it out, sigh it out, push it out, whatever it feels best for you. Dance it out. I love doing gibberish sounds and noises. They're very cathartic. Find when we can't find the right words to speak, it's always good to make something up. Keep breathing. Thank you for doing fantastic. So take a moment just to catch your breath in the silence, placing your hands on your body. Once again, noticing and feeling any state change, any shifts in your body, in your feeling, in your heartbeat. Are you sweating? Amazing. Your body is alive. Wow. Feeling whatever you're feeling. If you're still feeling a little bit icky, sticky, feeling that, being fully here with all that is. All this immense, magical spectrum of human experiencing. The fact that you are feeling, whether it's numbness, whether it's freeze, whether it's inertia, whether it's joy, whether it's pleasure, they're all feeling tones. And they mean that we are alive. Joy doesn't have to be a big, big feeling. It can also be a subtle, subtle wave, a small shift. So for another few moments before we continue the practice, just be here in that stillness, in that beautiful breath expanding through your body. Do you feel more spaciousness in your breath as it expands, as it moves? We'll move on to a little bit of a Kundalini yoga session. So find a seat, sit comfortably, whether it's with your feet on the chair or whether you want to sit on the floor cross-legged, cross-ragged. And let's play some tune. So Hands to your shoulders like so, finger, thumb behind. So you're like hooking yourself like this. We're gonna be twisting to the left, inhaling, and exhaling to the right. So inhale, exhale. The movements can be slow, they don't have to be big. Make sure you're taking care of your lower back and your spine. They can be very slow. Think of your solar plexus, your abs, your center of fire. We're trying to activate our digestion, which also helps to activate how we're digesting life and our experiences. Coming back to center, taking a deep inhale. Holding at the top and exhaling. Dropping our arms down to our knees, down to the floor. We're going to be inhaling with a breath up. So you're squeezing those shoulders and then letting go as you exhale. Letting gravity do the work. It can be gentle or it can be slow. It can be fast or it can be gentle. Yeah? So go with whatever you need in this moment. Taking a deep inhale, squeezing those shoulders up. Holding, squeezing, and letting go on the exhale. Shake that out. One last exercise. Palm of your hand. So it's like you're pushing something away. It's gonna be inhale, inhale. Inhale through the nose, out through the nose. It's like you're drawing a boundary. You're saying no to whatever is sapping your energy. You're pushing it out of your system. And once again, go at your own pace. If you want these moves to be slower and more deliberate, do that. Make sure you're driving that force with the palm of your hand. Closing down your eyes to really find the rhythm with your breath. Taking a deep inhale, taking a pause, dropping your arms, holding, squeezing at the top, letting go. We'll do that 2 more times. So deep inhale, drawing that energy down from the roots into your chest, letting it expand you, and letting go. We're going to come back to our feet now, coming back into movement, motion, letting the music move you for the next 2 or 3 songs, letting yourself go on a journey and really feel and find what it is that your body is looking for, how it wants to move in the space. Perhaps you're more of an exploratory type today, where you're like, how does my elbow move? Or how is my right rib wanting to move through the space? Or perhaps you just need to shake something up that has been on your chest. Or you want some slow, sensual movement to feel more into your feminine essence. Or perhaps you want to set a boundary, so you're cutting across the space. Find whatever it is you need and let fully go into it. Remembering your breath. Breath is anchor, breath is your guide. If you had to give your full control over to your breath, what would it want? How would you move with your breath? Instead of moving, tell a story. What if your emotions or your feeling tone wanted to express in this moment and use your body as a channel, a vessel? Whatever emotion is present, they're all welcome. Whether it's rage, whether it's joy, whether it's happiness, whether it's ecstasy, whether it's fear, whether all of them. Welcome them into the dance. Welcome your rage, your archetypes, whatever wants to come here. Welcome your softness, your sensitivity, your vulnerability. Welcome your heart, your pain, your worry. That instead of pushing them down, we give them space to unravel, letting our dance or our movement be as ugly or as beautiful or as weird as we want it to be. Knowing that in this space we are safe, that in this space we have full permission to be exactly as we are. To be wild, to be free, to find that freedom, to give ourselves this freedom. What would freedom look like in your body right now? What was that freedom to feel emotions? Make them your home, to move them, to move with them, to express them, to travel. You're feeling stuck between two decisions or two pathways. How does that want to move? How do you embody the stillness moment where you can't make a choice? Or perhaps it's confidence. Perhaps your chest is wide and open and you're taking up the whole space. The world is your stage. Or perhaps you feel like being a silly little goober, making some silly noises. minutes left in the song. So in the next 3 minutes, before we change over to that song, I want you to embody and play with the feeling of sleep, the feeling of inertia, the feeling of being closed down. Welcoming it in your body and giving it a safe space. Embodying that which is blocking your freedom, embodying that which is blocking your expression. Connecting with your breath. Any chunky emotions that are coming out, use your breath, your movement to massage them out of your body. Let them be moved. Letting that go, slowly shaking the body out. Whatever you're embodying, letting that go. And for the next song, we're gonna have a little boogie, gonna have a little party. So enjoy, go wild, let your inner child play, or your inner drag queen.
Sweet dreams are made of
sassy out.
this. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world and the 7 seas. Everybody's looking for something. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to get used by you. Some of them want to abuse you. Some of them want to be abused. Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world and the 7 seas. Everybody's looking for something. Hold your head up, keep your head up, moving on. Hold your head up, moving on. Keep your head up, moving on. Hold your head up, moving on. Keep your head up, moving on. Hold your head up, moving on.
Now's your opportunity to fully embody your freedom, whatever that looks like for you in this moment. How would freedom imprint itself in yourself, so that you remember this feeling, this joy.
Some of them want to use you.
Remember the breath.
Some of them
Let
want to
yourself
get
be
used
moved.
by you. Some of them want to abuse you. Some of them want to be abused.
I love dancing. Okay. Now feeling that energy, feeling yourself energized. Continuing that breath, keeping it moving. Remembering that feeling of freedom, of courage, of fearlessness, conjuring it up in your mind as if you were teaching your body what those emotions are feeling. Even if it means touching a little tiny point of it, even if it's 1%. Teaching your body emotionally what could great expansion feel like. Using your breath to guide you. What would peacefulness feel like? This deep relaxation in your body on a cellular level that feels like home whenever you take a deep breath in. What would it feel like to be excited to deep, knowing that you're held, knowing that everything is working out in your favor, knowing that everything you need will be provided for you? What would it feel like to be so in your center, to be so aligned that there's nothing that could stay you? They would feel the power in your heart, and you would remember truth. What would it feel like to remember that you are made of stars, that you are made of the same material as the planet? What would that feel like? Keep breathing, awakening, remembering to the body. What would it feel like to trust love? What would it feel like to open your heart, even if everything around you is telling you to keep it closed? What would it feel like to trust? To have a deep knowing in your mind, heart, body. What would vitality feel like when you wake up? Power that passion running through your veins, running through your life. What exists here? What would abundance feel like? What would it feel like to always know that there is something that's within you? All you need is to feel like absolutely confident that you have the right. What would it feel like being magically good? Not just ordinary, be extrasensory and expanding. Feel yourself part of something greater. To feel yourself part of something bigger. A living organism of nature that connects us all. Feel all our hearts beating together now on this planet, this time, this day. Be willing, sending out a prayer and intention for your hearts to beat a little bit stronger. For those who have forgotten, and hear the beat of their own drum, so that they can tune in your heartbeat, so that they can remember what it feels to be alive. Letting your heart grow bigger and bigger and bigger and forgotten the beat of their own heart. Feel yourself restored by Mother Gaia, by the planet Earth, her heartbeat at the center, with molten lava core, beating in sync with yours. Feeling those two hearts beating together, synchronized. And from this place, deep within your heart, but in the fire of your own soul, connected to everything on earth and beyond, send out a prayer for your life. Connected to that energy of what it feels like to have that dream come true, whether it's abundance, it's love, letting it ripple out from your heart like a big echo, like a beating drum. Sending it like a prayer whispering through the wind. Sending it as if it's already done, as if it's already complete. Sending it out not as a request, but as a celebration, as a thank you. Thank you for this life. Thank you for this experience. Thank you for all my dreams coming true. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Letting yourself marvel in this dream for a few moments, experiencing the taste, the sound, the touch, the seeing. What are people saying when this dream of yours comes true? What do you smell in the air? How do you celebrate? Is there something delicious that you're eating? Is there laughter in the air? Imagine sharing your story with someone you love. You will not believe what happened. I'm having so much fun in life. Letting your dreams be heard by wonderful sisters, by wonderful people in your life that support you and that just amplify your dreams. Isn't that amazing? Wow, I love that for you. I'm so happy for you. Wow, I celebrate your courage, your bravery. Wow. Thank you for being in my life. Now letting this dream fly far away, letting it have its own wings like a bird flying out from your face, letting it go so that you don't have to hold it. It will find its place and it will find its right time. All you have to do is connect to your intention, your why, your big why, your big feeling, how you want to feel when this dream comes. knowing that you don't have to worry how and when. Seeing this big, beautiful, magnificent bird flying out towards the sky, towards the sun. Knowing that you are always connected by a big invisible thread of light, heart to heart. Now coming back to your own center and to that heart space, and thinking of someone you love and care about in your life, and imagining their heart within yours, as if you were holding it within your heart, and letting them rest and be inspired in your heart just for a moment. Sending a prayer to their hearts too, whispering something that you want their hearts to hear. Charging their energy with yours, knowing that it is infinite and it can never be depleted. And letting that bird flutter away from your chest now too, and find its own place in the world. And now putting someone in your heart that you might find difficult to love, that you might find challenging, or that they are a stranger to you. Knowing that you have the power and the capacity to hold all and to hold everything. Holding their heart in your heart too. Knowing that they deserve to feel love just as much as you do. No matter how difficult it is. Even if it's 1%, letting them feel and be inspired by love, by the light of the sun, by the whispering of the trees. And letting that bird go as well, letting it fly back out into the sky. Coming back fully into your body, into your own space, feeling your own heartbeat. Feeling the journey that you've been on in this moment. And on that scale that we used in the beginning, perhaps noticing if anything has shifted or changed. Not judging it, just allowing it to be just as it is. Coming back to that deep breath within your belly and your chest. Feeling it internally as if the kiss of the wind or the sun on your skin. As if your own breath is romanticizing you. And trying to find all of the places within you that still need to be loved. And trusting that you don't have to make it happen, that it will find its own way. The only time we will part from our breath is when the final day on this planet comes to pass. Until then, we are inspired by this breath. So give gratitude in this moment for that. And whenever you are ready, coming back to this space, opening your eyes, wiggling around. Ooh. Welcome back. Would you like to share something? If not, that's okay.
I definitely wanted to say thank you for organizing this. It's it feels great. It feels great, and it's wonderful. You know, if you're used to certain kind of practice to use something else, and I will definitely replay that in the mornings and move more. And during this, I don't remember exactly everything, how it came from the beginning to the end, but I remember that I definitely felt some resistance. And then it went deeper and deeper. Yes, that I enjoyed it, but there were moments when it was like, you know, but then of that was in the beginning, and then I just enjoyed the movement, and it went to like visions from some kind of I had some very symbolic visions as especially in the last part. No, that wasn't the last part. The last part was the dancing, but I don't know exactly where it was, but it was wonderful. So thank you very much. I feel invigorated. My body definitely let me know where are the places that it needs more attention, and my mind feels clear and bright. So I can see how that is a wonderful, wonderful gift. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. I'm so happy. It's a journey that sometimes the whole practice might be just constantly bumping against the resistance and being like, why are you here? I just want to have some fun. Or it might come in a different voice of like, this is dumb, it's not working, there's something wrong with me, or there's something wrong with the other person. And all of them are welcome. And finding our own way to dance with that is just, it's such a medicine. I'm always so enthralled by the things that life gives us and the things that we can encounter in these practices, and that we can learn to dance with, being like, ooh, what are you? Okay, you don't want to do that? Why? Okay, I'm listening, I'm here. Can we try? Do you want to try? So it's that inner child healing that you know so much about, that letting ourselves be nurtured by ourselves when we might not have gotten that, or we might not have parents who are attuned to what we needed, so we get to find what works for us. So thank you for showing up, and thank you for giving your time, energy, and attention. That is the greatest resource. So thank you, and have a good evening.